Hi everyone, this is Blowing Away the Fog with Trina. We are on YouTube, so if you like this message and you like these videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell so you are following me and getting every upload and video as they come through. So today is just going to be like a daily bonus. I'm not quite ready yet to come out with August. I figured I'll just probably upload the month of August, probably around the 1st, but each part will be put out in sections and stuff. So today we are going to use the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards, and we are also going to use the Oracle Dragon Fae. I do have other ones, and I plan on using them, but currently we're just going to work with these. We'll see when the month of August comes. I might actually pull out my casino cards. I made myself some pretty nifty tarot cards with those, and I enjoy using them because they're some that I was gifted. So, but today we are using these cards. I already shuffled the first deck, and currently I'm shuffling the second one. And we are going to see what today's daily message would be. It's not put for any sign specific or generalizing anybody. It's just for somebody out there that needs to hear this message. So. Sometimes I like to use the pendulum to figure out which one I want, but currently my arm's kind of shaky, so we're not going to try it today. We're just going to go with the flow. Normally I do the Shamanic Healing to go with the Oracle Dragon Fae, so we'll go with the Shamanic Healing Oracle today first. So set these off to the side. Spirits, guides, guardians, please join me today. Help me give somebody a message that they need to hear. Many someones. Can you give me a message that pass on to those that are listening? Well, we'll go with the bottom of the deck. Usually it sets the mood, and we've got creativity. The card is teaching. See, I did just do an upload on teaching, and it was to be the future card of what's going on. You've got a lot of coming in, especially if teaching's what the energy card is, and creativity is what backs it up. Love it. Love it. Alright. Guides and angels, would you please give me a card that gives me something to go with today, to help us understand what we are either learning or teaching others, or let's see. give me a challenge for us. What is the challenge for us today? They all want to spill out. Not happening. Alright. What is it, challenge-wise, that we have for today? Cards aren't jumping today. I wonder, what is there a challenge today for our teaching? Or is there a roadblock? We got two of them this time. Three of them, actually. They gave us all three. Well, we've got new beginnings, feminine energy, and emotional release. Well, the cards are all positive, especially with the creativity. It's filling with abundance. Hold on 1 minute. Sorry, I've got children and they definitely love to come in and interrupt. So, we definitely got the cup of creativity. It's filling up its cups. And then you've got teaching. So you've got the creativity for the energy. You got the teaching for our card of the day, which is a great card to have. And then today would be the new beginnings. You know, we've already had our rains, our plants are growing, beautiful things. We got flowers, you got the birth of new eggs, you know, birds coming in. So let's see. And then we got feminine energy and emotional release. This is a profoundly creative period for you, whether it's the traditional art, music, or writing. It could be a new curiosity about exploring, a way to funnel your creative urges. To be creative, you need to access your right brain, your emotional, sensing, feeling center. Do this by trying things you've never done before. Get physical, dance, doodle. When we acknowledge and act upon our impulses to create, we are aligning with our creator, or with the creator. In this, we can experience the flow of being on your highest path. Start creating and notice how time has no meaning anymore. Hours fly by before you realize it. It's not a struggle, it's pure inspiration. This card can also signify a birth of a child or a whole new way of being. So, the creativity also definitely enhances the new beginning. We can see this. You know, creativity is abundance in everything. You know, you could be having a baby, or the energy of spring. You know, spring is here, so you're cleaning out, you're doing things that you haven't done before. The situation you're inquiring about encourages teaching, whether it be student-teacher, parent-child, or just friend-friend. We are, all of us, learning and teaching constantly when we are maintaining a high vibration energetically. Never despair that the seeds you have planted have failed to take root. They may be taking some time to germinate, or they may have migrated to another field. Do not plant seeds with the expectation of an outcome. disengage from the attachment to the outcome of the situation and move on. A farmer doesn't sit down next to a seeds plant he plants, waiting for them to sprout. What a recipe for disappointment. He plants them and moves on. Never once does he second guess if he was doing the right thing in the right way. He simply does what he is called to do, and trusts that the fruits of his labor will be what they are supposed to be. This card also encourages more formal teaching experience. Look for ways you can enrich others' lives through sharing your experience and knowledge. So this could be going out, meeting friends and talking and having, communications, talking, making conversation, telling about your stories in your past. Maybe somebody can learn from them. Or it actually means going back to school, picking up a book and reading. I've got plenty of books that help me learn new things, because sometimes it's a little harder for me to learn in a school environment. So I go out and I get books and I get things that teach me on my path. So this means is more need for more knowledge, the need for more knowledge, and to pass it on, because you do hold knowledge yourself in your stories in your past and then what you learned. New beginnings. This is such a pretty card. I love this one. This one has like rain, the bird nest on a tree branch, the butterflies, the flowers. And see how the rain is just straight even. It's not unbalanced. It's not chaotic and windy. It's just, it's falling beautifully. And you've got the butterfly and you've got the flowers already growing. So pretty much, as we were learning about your, the other card, it means you've already started growing. You've already have some fruit from all that hard work you've been working on. Your emotional balance is there. It's even. But you've got the feminine energy in present. Darkness, the moon, the tides, a quiet gestation before the chaos, the void. These are all aspects of feminine energy: passive waiting, gestating, and nurturing. It is the opposite of the prior card. It's so the opposite of the masculine energy. So very different, yes. Get the perfect companion. Perhaps you have yet to find your feminine side. The life you are leading now has given you opportunities to embrace this part of you, but between the two opposing energies, feminine energy is the harder one to embrace. It requires trust and the lack of fear. Trust that all is as it should be in the absence of fear of things not getting done. Perhaps it's in the past that you've been hurt when you were embracing your feminine energy, physically or mentally. This is a free will of the person who hurt you. It was not caused by being who you are. Do not let the actions of another dictate who you need to be. Examine your feminine side. Become friends with her again. Alternately, this card represents an important woman in the seeker's life. So, if this is a male that's looking, you've already had, your creativity becoming full and abundant. You're going out and doing new things, exploring new things. You know that you seeded your knowledge and, learned things as you've gone along. You also know this last few months have probably been a lot harder than usual, just because, in general, we are shedding the old, bringing new. The new beginnings, you found yourself balanced out, but now you need to look for more of a restful, quiet side, more of a feminine energy. This might mean that a woman's coming into your life since you're ready now, since you are now sat up yourself up. Chaos is quite normal for us. So when you find a period of balance and relaxation, take it and enjoy it. Enjoy the respite. Earth is, this is a gift to us to be able to relax before the next, oomph that we have to go through. The next challenge, the next problem, confrontation, this shows positiveness throughout the cards, just in the first layer. You know, you've got an overflowing of creativity. You know, you've taught and you moved on. You know, maybe you need to pick up a book or go back to school for a little while, you know, deeper your knowledge in whatever it is that you're learning in. You know, we've already started our new beginning. This is foretelling of either rest or a feminine energy coming into your life, a female, and an emotional release. You've got to make sure that regardless if it's in the relationship with this person or if it's just in your relationship with yourself and the life that you're living, you have a balance of emotional release, that you are able to let your waters flow. You don't want to find yourself built up and backed up of all this past and baggage. You're supposed to face that, let it go, and let it be done. So that is something that you need to make sure you're focusing on and making sure that's forefront in your mind, so you are moving forward in the best possible way for yourself in this next chapter of your life. We all want to be strong. As humans, we value strength and independence, but also as humans, we need the support of our families, friends, and our tribe. Trying so hard to be strong, pushing down emotions such as fear, anger, betrayal, sadness, only forces them to grow and become stronger. The bubbling up and release that eventually comes takes everyone involved by surprise, and sometimes does harm in terms of hurt feelings and words that cannot be taken back. Get into the practice of voicing your feelings, even if it's just acknowledging them to yourself. Journal, create, dance, find a way that you can safely feel your most feared emotions. Feel them and let them go. This is potentially deep healing for you. So, like I said, make sure you're letting your emotions go in a positive way, in a healthy way. Don't allow it to be bottled up and built up where it can cause you to lash out and hurt people. Because you could be in a relationship now where things just slowed down, chaos is slowed down, you know. You found things that were challenging have disappeared. You found your creativity's back. You know, you have seeded ideas for your life and future dreams that you want, you know, building them up, but you're focusing on it so much where you need to let it go. Just let it go. And then you're already in new beginnings. You found yourself a balance. It might not be a balance to other people, but it's a balance to you. And we're bringing in this feminine energy. And you need to rest, relax, love, nurture, care for those around you. You know, Mother Nature. You know, Mother Nature as well. Emotional release. And now we got this. You know, what comes with rest comes with thoughts. Thoughts comes with feelings, emotions, and things that you feel. Do you push them down? Do you build them, block them, bury them? I had to take a little bit of a pause. My kid came in, and I also lit some sage because, you know, they're frustrating. My incense went out, so don't mind all that smoke. I just have it underneath the camera. Can't really move it. So, alright. Like I was saying, we've got creativity definitely flowing in. Whether this is for somebody who's single, or whether this is in a relationship, or whether this is a child. Honestly, this could be a teenager. You know, you could have had a quiet moment where you didn't know what you were doing. You know, problems hit, your family got fights, you know, whatever. Divorce, arguments, even worse, you know. Now your creativity's flowing. You've got ideas coming to you. You've got thoughts and processes to move forward, you know. Use that energy, that creativity energy, for teaching. The teaching is a learning aspect too. So this could be encouraging you to think more of your schooling. You know, focus more on it and what you're doing. Well, yeah, you hear all the time, get good grades, go to college. Honestly, if it's not only the grades that you need to focus on, because that is how this, you know, society is, focus on what you're learning in those classes. You do need to learn these things. I'm telling you, I still use some of that math that I was using way back then. You know, it's completely possible, you know, just like with your English and your writing and your spelling. You've got it. You got it. You've got books there. You can learn from that. Read those books that you got. And then, you know, obviously with the trials and problems, complications, and challenges that we've been having, you've got a new beginning with feminine energy. This is rest and relax while you're working yourself up. It's summer vacation. You're not in school, but you might be stressing yourself out over it. Maybe instead of stressing over what you should do, you should focus on relaxing and moving forward and enjoying yourself, learning to express your emotions in a healthy way. So you are rested and ready for school when it starts. Because, I mean, that is the month of August. Hello. The most stressful time, if not for parents, but for kids. So just remember, it's a beautiful thing. You've got creativity coming in. You've got teaching. You've got new beginnings. You've got feminine energy and the emotional release. Alright. Well, these cards have told you a good bit. They're definitely giving us an idea on what we're doing and where we're going. Well, the Oracle Dragon Fae will also help me understand as well a little bit more in depth, because this is the general overall spread. I will do more in-depth ones later on, but currently we're just doing this one day thing. So, and I just added the energy card to it because it's something I enjoy doing. So, now we have the dragon cards over here. Sorry, I am taking a sip of my coffee real quick. Man, that was hot. Did not mean to slurp like that. So, alright. Do not mind the sage. It's almost out, it looks like. I just got the last long piece going. Alright. Let's see. Oracle Dragon Fae. Can you help me with these energy cards? Will you help me with the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards? Will your cards please give me a little bit more of in-depth information on what's going on today for these people? Whether this is what energy can you give us to go with it? Right now we have the teaching energy card. Sorry, lesson learning. We have creativity as your energy card right now. So, but right now we have the challenge, which is teaching, learning. So, Dragon Fae Oracle, would you please, guides, angels, give me a card or two that goes with the energy and the challenge for today. You've got lovers at the feast, conscious, aware, eating. That one. I don't know if I can get it to lean very well there. Hold on. There we go. That works. Just move that there. The base. There we go. It's a little bright. Alright, so we got the lovers at the feast that came up for the energy. A little bit more information on that. You know, maybe it'll help us with our energy to keep it creativity flowing, you know. I mean, it's a beautiful picture. You've got someone eating apples. You've got, it looks like water apples. You've got the flower lily that's blooming. You know, you've got this awareness in your mindset. You're looking at it, you're paying attention to it. Choosing for it to be beautiful. You see it as being beautiful. So your creativity is something that's wonderful. You know, you need to be able to move forward and push forward and continue it. So cards, can you give me something that will go with the challenge of teaching? Will you help me understand a little bit more on what the teaching is for? Whether it's learning or whether it's teaching, you know, like a mentor or something. Or whether it's understanding what you learned so you can either put it to use for yourself, teaching yourself new tricks. We've got lots and lots of good energy going through here. Let's see. Can we get a card? Face your shadow, the wild huntress. So, are there things that you are thinking negatively in your life, aspect-wise? Are you having issues with coming to terms to things that either A, happened to you, B, or you did, or C, could have happened? Are you allowing those things to come forth in your mind and block off that positive flow? Because you've got to have a positive mind frame to keep that creativity floating. I mean, you've got the flubbers at the feast. I mean, come on. That's joyful. That's excitement. That's love. That's caring. That's all the high vibrations that you could think. And you got them eating an apple. So, you know, you definitely know that right now that this is a good positive energy for the energy creativity. Teaching is showing you face your shadows. I mean, shadows aren't a negative thing. They're also beautiful. You know, you need to understand that just as during the day as there is beauty at night, you've got things that you never would see during the day. You know, for an example, you've got that moth that's in there. You know, you've got the beautiful stars that are in the background. You know, shadows aren't always ugly. Shadows are also, can be beautiful. Might be painful, might have caused you pain and heartache and worrisome, but did you learn from it? Did you grow from it? Did you become something new yourself? I mean, with all these challenges that have been up front coming through, we need to be able to move forward, you know. We need to be able to do what we need to face those negative aspects of ourselves to bring ourselves up to the energy of creativity, the positive high vibrations. So, all right. New beginnings and soul scrying. Okay, we're gonna slide that up some, and that up, and that up, just so we can make sure this is in the camera picture. Kind of had that block in the way a little bit of that. Alright, so when it comes to the energy, see, we're going to start all the way up at the top, and we'll come back through. We've got New Moon Fae down here with Soul Scrying, Grandmother Magics, and I Comfort You, and the Chin Chin, the Chen Chung, I'm probably butchering that, my bad. The Be the Light of Heart. So let's go with number 23. The Lovers at the Feast.